Legend has it that deep within the heart of Poland's Białowieża Forest lies a secret treasure, hidden for centuries by magical creatures and protected by ancient spells. Today, you are going to join the Kowalski family on an unforgettable adventure to uncover this mysterious treasure, but beware, dangerous paths and magical puzzles await. Will they find the treasure before the forest's magic traps them forever? Stay with us to discover the secrets that lie within. In the heart of Poland, nestled between rolling hills and whispering meadows, lay the picturesque town of Białowieża. It was a place where cobblestone streets echoed with laughter, where the aroma of fresh bread mingled with the scent of blooming lilacs, and where every house held a piece of the town's rich history. It was also the birthplace of the Kowalski family. In a quaint house with a bright blue door lived Mama, Agnieszka, a woman whose eyes twinkled with warmth and kindness. By day, she was a beloved kindergarten teacher, weaving tales and laughter into the young minds entrusted to her care, and by night she transformed into a storyteller, enchanting her children with captivating tales of Polish folklore and legend. Papa Marek, a master carpenter, was known throughout the town for his exquisite wooden creations, each piece bearing the imprint of his meticulous craftsmanship and quiet strength. Together, they raised 3 wonderful children, each as unique and cherished as the next. The eldest, Lena, a bright and inquisitive girl of 9 years old, possessed a thirst for adventure that rivaled the greatest explorers. Her boundless curiosity often led her into fantastical daydreams, where she was a fearless adventurer uncovering lost treasures and forgotten lore. The middle child, Piotr, a curious and thoughtful boy of 7, harbored a passion for puzzles, riddles, and anything that challenged his inquisitive mind. His sharp wit and problem-solving skills were a source of pride to his parents, and a constant surprise to those who knew him. And then there was little Ania, the youngest of the bunch, a spirited 5-year-old girl whose laughter echoed with joy and whose imagination knew no bounds. She was a whirlwind of energy and enthusiasm, always eager to help and forever leaving a trail of giggles in her wake. One crisp Saturday morning, as the sun cast long shadows through the trees, Mama Agnieszka announced an exciting family adventure to her children. "Today we're going on a special journey to the mystical Białowieża Forest," she said, her eyes twinkling with excitement. The news sent a jolt of thrill through the children. 4 weeks, they had heard their mothers enchanting tales of the forest, its ancient trees and mythical creatures, and now they were going to explore it for themselves. The Białowieża Forest, Europe's oldest and largest primeval forest, lay just a stone's throw away from Białowieża. It was a place where time seemed to stand still, where centuries-old trees stood as silent sentinels, and where whispers of magic lingered in the ancient groves. As they set off, the siblings couldn't contain their excitement. Lena, the eldest, skipped ahead, her eyes wide with anticipation. Piotr, the inquisitive one, lagged behind, examining every leaf and pebble with keen interest. And little Annie, hand in hand with their father, pointed at every bird that crossed their path, her laughter echoing in the crisp air. The forest welcomed them with a symphony of sights and sounds. Towering trees created a verdant canopy overhead, filtering the sunlight into dancing emerald beams on the forest floor. Squirrels chattered from their lofty perches, and the sweet melody of birdsong filled the air. Deeper and deeper they ventured, following winding paths that seemed to lead them into the very heart of the ancient woods. Just when the children thought the forest couldn't reveal any more wonders, they stumbled upon a sight that took their breath away. Before them stood a majestic oak tree, its branches gnarled and twisted like the arms of an ancient giant reaching towards the sky. The tree, known locally as the Whispering Oak, was believed to be hundreds of years old, its roots delving deep into the secrets of the earth, and its branches swaying to the whispers of the wind. According to local legend, the whispering oak held a special connection to the spirits of the forest. Some believed that if you whispered your deepest desires into the tree's rough bark, they would be granted. Others claimed that the tree could impart wisdom to those who sat beneath its shade and listened to its rustling leaves. Intrigued and a little apprehensive, the children gathered around the base of the oak. Lena, the adventurous one, was the first to break the silence. "I wish I could understand the language of the forest," she whispered, her voice echoing in the stillness. Piotr, the thoughtful one, pondered for a moment. "I wish I could see the spirits of the forest and learn their ways," he whispered, his eyes sparkling with curiosity. Little Annie, the youngest, didn't hesitate. "I want to see a magical creature," she whispered, her voice laced with wonder. Their wishes made, the children waited, each in their own way, and then it happened. The wind shifted, rustling the leaves of the whispering oak, and in that moment, the forest came alive in a way that the children had never experienced before. The birds sang with newfound clarity, and the whispers of the wind seemed to carry secret messages. The forest was sharing its magic with them. Suddenly, from the corner of her eye, Lena saw something that made her gasp. It was a tiny, winged creature fluttering among the trees. It had iridescent wings that shimmered in a rainbow of colors, and it seemed to be guiding them deeper into the forest. "Look," she whispered, her voice filled with awe. "It's a forest spirit. It's leading us somewhere." With renewed excitement, the children followed the spirit, their senses heightened, their imaginations running wild. Piotr, ever the inquisitive one, couldn't help but ask, "Where are we going? What will we find?" But the forest spirit seemed intent on keeping its secrets, disappearing into the thick foliage before any answer could be given. After what felt like hours, the children emerged into a clearing that seemed straight out of a fairy tale. In the center stood a weathered wooden hut, its thatched roof blending seamlessly with the surrounding trees. Wisps of smoke curled from its chimney, carrying with them the scent of pine and something deliciously sweet. As if summoned by their presence, the forest spirit reappeared, hovering near the hut. With a final flurry of its wings, it vanished, leaving the children in complete wonder. Cautiously, Lena knocked on the door, her heart pounding in her chest. Who lived in this secluded hut? Was it a wise hermit, a mischievous gnome, or perhaps a benevolent witch? As they waited, the sounds of the forest pressed against the silence, the chirping of crickets, the distant call of a bird, and the gentle rustling of leaves. It felt like the forest itself was holding its breath alongside them. Then, to their surprise, the door creaked open, revealing a smiling woman with twinkling eyes and hair as white as snow. "Well, hello, dearies," she said, her voice as warm and inviting as the smell of baking bread. "What brings you to my humble abode?" Overcoming their initial shyness, the children explained their journey, their wishes, and the magical encounter that led them to the hut. The woman listened patiently, her gaze kind and knowing. When they finished, she chuckled, a sound like wind chimes tinkling in the breeze. "Ah, so you've found my gingerbread house," she said, stepping aside to reveal a glimpse of the cozy interior. Come in, come in. You must be weary from your journey." Inside, the gingerbread house was everything the children had dreamed of, and more. The walls were lined with bookshelves, laden with ancient tomes. Quaint furniture made from gnarled tree roots and polished stones sat in, and from the hearth, a cheerful fire danced, casting flickering shadows on the walls. Most captivating of all, however, was the aroma that filled the room, a tantalizing blend of cinnamon, ginger, and sugar. It smelled like fresh-baked gingerbread. Their host, who introduced herself as Baba Yaga, the wise woman of the forest, offered the children tea and honey cakes. As they shared stories and laughter filled the cozy space. as the sun began its descent, casting long shadows across the forest floor, Baba Yaga rose to her feet. "It's time for you all to return home," she said, her voice tinged with a hint of sadness. "But before you go, I have something for you." With a wave of her magic wand, a shower of sparks erupted, tracing glowing paths across the darkening sky. In their wake, they left a trail of shimmering stars, as if the forest itself was being sprinkled with celestial magic. Touched by the spectacle, the children thanked the wise woman and made their way back to the Whispering Oak. As they stood before the ancient tree, the children felt a sense of gratitude and wonder. The forest had shared its magic with them, and they were forever changed by the experience. Each step away from the Whispering Oak brought back vivid memories of their extraordinary day. The playful banter, the magical sightings, and the heartwarming hospitality of the gingerbread house. It was an adventure they knew they'd cherish for the rest of their lives. As darkness fell and the stars twinkled above, the Kowalskis returned home, their hearts brimming with the magic of the forest and the warmth of newfound friendships. The memory of their day in the Białowieża Forest became a cherished part of their family lore, a testament to the enduring power of nature, friendship, and a little bit of magic. The line between reality and fantasy blurred, leaving them with a profound appreciation for the mystical elements that intertwined with their everyday lives. From that day forward, whenever the Białowieża Forest whispered its secrets to the wind, the Kowalski children knew they had a special connection to its ancient heart. Their journey had not just been an adventure, it was a reminder that magic existed, that friendship was a powerful bond, and that the most ordinary days could hold the most extraordinary adventures. And so, tucked away in the quaint town of Białowieża, the Kowalski family continued to live their lives, enriched by their magical day in the Białowieża Forest. For them, the line between reality and fantasy had become delightfully blurred, leaving them with a profound appreciation for the whimsical nature of life and the enduring power of imagination.